Hi everyone, it's come to my attention that some of the RB67 Polaroid backs I've sold have developed light leaks, and they seem to be coming from a dark sky slot here. And I don't have a photo like that, but they manifest in light leaks coming from this side of the photo, the right side of the photo. And fortunately, there's an easy way to correct this, as in we can install a brass strip that seals the slot better and prevents all the light leaks. And how do you do this? If you have encountered a problem like that, contact me, and I can either do this for you or a no cost and include return shipping, but you have to ship it back to me. Or I can just send you a strip, and this video shows you how to install it. So when you get the back has this little plastic piece installed on one side. It's held by 4 screws, and there are some of them are small, fine, and I would use a Phillips 00 screwdriver. So do try to find the proper screwdriver, otherwise you may damage the screws and you can get them out. So it's a Phillips 00 screwdriver, a very fine cross type screwdriver. Alright, so take the screws out and make sure you make a note of which screw is which. They're not all identical. These are usually larger on top and smaller on the bottom. Alright, and put this aside. Some are also shorter, some longer. And then after remove it, it should look like this. If you also have a piece of masking tape covering here on the bottom, do not remove it, because you may just pull the entire slot, you may pull the entire strip out here. Instead, just take a razor blade and kind of cut it. And how much you should cut it? You should cut it so you can actually see these 2 holes, just a little bit, so it's enough to see those holes, and then set it in place, leave it in place. All right, so say we have the strip. It's going to look like this, and one of the edges is going to be straighter and the other one may be a little irregular. So the straight kind of short edge, the side goes in here. And how does it go in here? It's usually cut to very tight tolerances, so it doesn't work to insert it and kind of, so you have to like insert it perpendicular and make sure that it's at the ends, both corners. And there you go, like that. All right, we're in. All right, and then do use a piece of gaff tape. It's not masking tape, so you can use some gaff tape or very fine paper tape. So masking tape works as well, like the painter masking tape, to hold it in place. So just cut this. I can't really send you a piece of masking tape because I don't have a way of packing that. So like that. I'm gonna carefully, I'll show you how it looks like. Try to do it. This is just to hold that piece in place and actually prevent further light leaks from the bottom, from underneath that. So it looks like that. And then after we do that, we're gonna use a razor blade and do a first. We're gonna cut pretty far away. We're gonna cut too close, just to get an idea where we are. And now it looks like that. You can see it's still held in place. And then over here, make sure that the masking tape doesn't extend over the edge. So over that angle edge. Just like that now. And now we could leave it in place like that, even though it covers the holes, because we can simply put this on top. And we're just gonna do that actually. And then put back the top screws. This shield, I drilled two extra holes on top, so excuse me for that. Put one screw in. I'll put it in place. Make sure this goes in the hole, proper hole on top. You don't want to drill an extra hole in there, alright? Yeah, I think it's at the proper hole, and then it's this other screw in. So let's hold this the top, this top one. I'm working on a better system for this. Eventually I'll get to it. But for now, I just have to fix the mess I made, so. Let's see what's going on here. It did seem that despite my best efforts, I did drill an extra hole in there. I didn't know, right? So make sure you register so the holes properly, not like I did. Yeah, so this works better. So in your case, should be easier because there's only 2 holes on top, not 4. Make sure they're in the right place, like there. That's where it should go. Whoop. There you go. Alright, much better. Let's put the sky back. Yep. There you go. Alright, now it's in place. And now we have to install the 2 screws on the bottom. But there's some tape in the way, so, but it's paper, so we just use a sharp tip. I use sharp tweezers, but you can use a needle and just kind of poke through a tape. Yeah. And now we install the bottom screws. Used for this back, I use these black screws on the bottom. Yours, maybe silver. Just make sure it's the same screws there were before in the screen screws you had in those holes before. Alright. Make sure it's tight. How do you make sure it's tight? Basically looking here. Make sure this is actually, it's pressed against the side of the back. The second screw. Alright, don't over tighten because you don't want to strip the screws. Alright, this is pretty much it, and it's done. And let's see how this works. Get the dark slide and push it back in. It's gonna be a lot tighter, so start with one corner first, and then work your way in. Oh, yeah, there you go. So now this brass strip, it's pressing against the top felt, and you should make a much tighter light seal, and you shouldn't have any light leaks anymore. There are other sources of light leaks. If the back cover, it kind of pops off the back, like here. If you've noticed, it's kind of popping off. Kind of push it back in, and using the same gaff tape I used before, just kind of seal around the edges. So like seal here and here and here, and it's only gonna go up to here because of the electronic box, so come up to here all the way, and they should cover any possible source of light leaks on this. Right, thank you very much. I hope you keep enjoying this, and again, contact me if you have any problems, and I'll try to solve them. Bye bye.